Are you looking for the best monitors for PS5/PS5 Pro? In this video we will look at some of the best monitors for PS5/PS5 Pro. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Samsung Odyssey OLED G8/G80 SDS32D G80. The Samsung Odyssey OLED G8/G80 SDS32D G80 is the best monitor for PS5 that we've tested. It's a high-end 4K, 32-inch monitor that's incredible for gaming. While the console can't fully use the monitor's fast 240Hz refresh rate, you can still play games in 4K up to 120Hz without issue thanks to its HDMI 2.1 bandwidth, and this high refresh rate is also beneficial if you want to connect your gaming PC on the side. On top of that, it has a near-instantaneous response time for crystal-clear motion with fast-moving objects. Besides its high-end performance for console gaming, it also delivers premium picture quality thanks to its QD OLED panel. HDR games look fantastic, with rich, vivid colors. The monitor has near-perfect contrast, displaying deep blacks next to bright highlights, which is great for playing games in a dark room. It even has fantastic reflection handling in a bright room thanks to its matte coating, but if you prefer something with a glossy coating, check out the Dell Alienware AW3225QF, which is a similar monitor that's in the same price range as the Samsung. Images are clearer on it, but its curved screen may not be to everyone's liking. Experience a brighter world, content springs to life in 4K OLED, brilliant imagery shines with 250 nits, TYP, of brightness and a wider spectrum of colors, shades and contrasts. The NQ8AI Gen 3 processor also upscales lower resolutions to nearly 4K. Outmaneuver opponents with supreme speed, dodge, counter and engage faster with OLED technology, offering a near-instant 0.03 milliseconds response time, GTG, stay ahead with HDMI 2.1 and DisplayPort connections and a 240Hz refresh rate and UHD resolution Superscript 1. Number 2. LG G2724D. If you don't need a high-end premium monitor like the Samsung Odyssey OLED G8/G80 SDS32D G80 but still want something less expensive with fantastic gaming performance, then an upper mid-range option like the LG G2724D is a great alternative. It's different from the Samsung in a few ways because it has a lower 1440p resolution. While this means images are less detailed, it still supports HDMI 2.1 bandwidth and can downscale 4K signals at 120 Hz, which results in a more detailed image than native 1440p. It also has an OLED panel, so it has a near-instantaneous response time, resulting in extremely sharp motion. While it isn't a QD OLED like the Samsung and doesn't display the same vivid colors, it still displays deep blacks in dark rooms. It's also fine if you want to game with it in a bright room, but if you want an OLED that gets even brighter, look into the Asus ROG Strix OLED X-G27AQDMG instead. However, it lacks HDMI 2.1 bandwidth and has higher input lag at 60 Hz than the LG, so it isn't as good for console gaming. 240Hz refresh rate gear up for smooth gameplay with an ultra-fast 240Hz OLED display. The faster speed lets you respond quickly to opponents and stay a step ahead of the competition. 0.03 milliseconds response time, enjoy smoother scenes with less lag or ghosting thanks to LG UltraGear OLED's nearly instantaneous 0.03 milliseconds, GTG, response time. VISA Display HDR True Black 400 VISA Display HDR True Black 400 certified means this monitor meets industry standards for brightness as well as deep, rich black color expression. The benefit for gaming and streaming content is impeccable image detail in dark scenes for a stunning visual experience. Number 3. Sony INZONE M9. As one of the downsides of the LG G2724D is its 1440p resolution, if you're looking for the best 4K monitor for PS5 in the mid-range price category, then check out the Sony INZONE M9. Although it's close in price to the LG and doesn't offer the same premium picture quality as it lacks an OLED panel, it has a few advantages for gaming with the PS5. Firstly, because it's a Sony product, it has some features that you can only use with the PS5, like auto HDR tone mapping, which optimizes the HDR settings based on the game. It also has HDMI 2.1 bandwidth that supports 4K signals up to 120 Hz without any downscaling. It's a great choice if you want to use it in a bright room, thanks to its high brightness and good reflection handling, so visibility isn't an issue. It's even a great choice if you want to use it in a dark room because it has an OK local dimming feature that helps improve the contrast, and it makes some highlights pop in HDR, but there's also blooming around bright objects. Full array local dimming. See enhanced contrast with more detail in shadows and highlights with full array local dimming technology up to 96 zones. 4K resolution, with 4 times the pixels of full HD monitors, enjoy crystal clear detailed images with 4K UHD resolution. Ultra fast response, get the split-second advantage that makes all the difference with 144 Hz refresh rate and 1 millisecond GTG response time. Smooth gaming, virtually eliminate screen tearing and stuttering with NVIDIA GSINC compatibility and HDMI 2.1 variable refresh rate, VRR. Vivid color, display HDR 600 certification allows you to experience all your content in vivid HDR contrast with high peak brightness of 600 nits. With over 95% coverage of DCI-P3 spectrum, discover an extended range of over a billion vibrant colors for breathtaking immersive gaming. Built-in CUV-EM switch, control 2 PCs from a single set of keyboard, mouse and headset when connected to the monitor. Enjoy instant gaming without swapping peripherals between work and play. Perfect for PlayStation 5. When connected to PlayStation 5, enjoy auto HDR tone mapping and auto genre picture mode for an even more immersive gaming experience. Number 4. AOC Q27G3 XMN. If you're looking for the best PS5 monitor on a budget, check out the AOC Q27G3 XMN. It's a step down from the Sony INZONE M9 because it has a 1440p resolution and lacks HDMI 2.1 bandwidth to take full advantage of the PS5, and it doesn't support HDMI 4M VRR to reduce screen tearing with the console either. That said, this is what you have to expect from a low-cost monitor, and you can still play games with a 1440p resolution up to 120 Hz. It's better than most other entry-level monitors in terms of picture quality because it features mini LED backlighting and has a good local dimming feature. This means it displays deep blacks next to bright highlights, which is great for HDR gaming, and it also gets bright enough to fight glare in well-lit rooms. In terms of gaming, it has a fast response time, but there's some smearing with fast-moving objects. One thing to know is that it sometimes goes out of stock, so if you can't find it available, the Acer Nitro 15275 UP3 Bikes is a good alternative that also has mini LED backlighting, but it has worse motion handling than the AOC. Witness virtual worlds come to life on a stunning VA panel equipped with state-of-the-art mini LED backlight technology and 336 individual dimming zones that produce true blacks and brighter whites. With 2K QHD, 2560 by 1440 resolution, this monitor boasts a pixel density that delivers brilliantly sharp images with the finest details. Lightning-fast 180 Hz, overclocked, via DP 1.4, refresh rate and rapid 1 millisecond GTG response time lets you target moving opponents with precision, putting you ahead of the game. Fast-moving action and dramatic transitions will be rendered smoothly without the effects of ghosting. Number 5. Dell G2724D. If you're looking for the best gaming monitor for PS5 and don't have much to spend, consider the Dell G2724D, which you can get for a cheap price directly from Dell's website. It's a step down from the AOC Q27G3 XMN, and there are a few differences. It doesn't have mini LED backlighting and its local dimming feature performs terribly, so it looks worse in dark rooms as it fails to display deep blacks, bright highlights, and vivid colors like on the AOC. However, it has a 1440p resolution like the AOC and still offers good gaming performance. It has good motion handling, so fast-moving objects look fairly crisp. Additionally, it supports VRR with the PS5 to reduce screen tearing, which is a feature the AOC doesn't have. However, it's one of a handful of monitors that don't have an audio output, so you need to consider spending more on higher-end monitors if you want something to which you can easily connect speakers. VISA Display HDR 400 with 99% sRGB color coverage and built-in TUV certified hardware low blue light solution. Versatile connectivity with desktop PCs and game consoles. Included USB Type-C to DP cable maximizes connected gaming laptop performance. Fluid, tear-free gameplay with AMD FreeSync Premium, NVIDIA G-Sync compatible, and VISA Adaptive Sync.